Hi everybody, thanks for being here with me. I'm Susan Whitaker, and today we're going to do yoga that focuses on the element of earth. The first thing I want to show you is a mudra, a hand motion that signifies earth. You take your hand and bring your ring finger to your thumb, the other two index and middle fingers extend, the little finger extends, you just drop that right on your knee and do the same with your other hand. So it just brings you into attention of connecting your own self to the element of earth. And we'll begin with a soft meditation so that you allow yourself to soften right into the earth below you that supports you. So take a moment to lift your spine nice and tall, sit in a comfortable position either on the floor or on a chair for this meditation part of it. And with your eyes closed, let your energy become very clear and think of grounding yourself right into your sitting bones. Think of sending a deep root down deep into the earth, through the floor, through the dust, through the dirt, among the roots, and way down to the center of the earth, grounding you where you are right now. And examine for just a moment your relationship to the earth. And do you feel connected? Can you imagine the earth below you and the energy that's moving very slowly, that energy that holds you up and supports you? Can you imagine the color of the rich earth below you, the smell of the earth? And just let yourself release for a moment. Let everything around you dissolve and fall away until it's just you sitting on the earth, breathing the earth right into your breath, breathing it in and breathing it out. Feeling that connection of your thumb with your ring fingers, symbolic of you and the earth below you. And when you pay attention to the earth, you feel a deeper connection to your life. You feel a sense of steadiness. You can find a relationship to your foundation. There's a stability in rooting yourself downward. So just take a moment and think of those words washing over you. Stability, groundedness, rootedness, presence, and connection. Now the next time you take a deep breath, be aware that you're exhaling through your nose, let your hands release, let your eyes open, and if you're sitting on a blanket or a pillow, or if you're sitting on a chair, come on down to the floor, and we're just going to sit right in the floor. Change your foot position if you've been sitting in the same position all of this time. Place your hands on your knees and begin to rotate your torso in a circle. This is going to bring your attention to your pelvis and your hips and your sitting bones. Usually we contact the earth through our feet, but this time we're going to use much more of our body to create that relationship and deepen our relationship to the earth. So we're rolling around with the rib cage moving. You'll ease back a little bit, and then as you come forward, you'll sit tall. So take your time and feel yourself moving in a circular motion. All the way around as though you're stirring your spine. And then complete the circle you're on. Take your hands and reach down and let your fingertips touch the earth now as though your fingers are rooting downward. Relax, change your foot position so your opposite foot is in the front. Hands on the knees again. Let's go to our opposite side with our circles. And notice how you shift your weight from one side to the other. And many things are connected to the earth. I love to think of how trees are connected, how they're rooted downward and how their branches are lifted. And they're not rigid. Most trees have a lot of give in them. So allow yourself to experience that give and take, the movement perhaps from the wind or perhaps from changes in our lives. And we like to do an earth practice when we're feeling a little shaky, when we need a little more steadiness, a little more dedication to being here on the planet right now. So complete the circle that you're on and pause. Again, reach your hands down, touch the earth. Your fingertips will root down, your spine will grow tall. And relax. Extend your legs in front of you. We're going to put the feet together in butterfly. And you can bring your legs very, very close if you have a lot of limberness in your hips. And there's a range of motion here. If that's too intense for you, go a little farther forward with your feet. I like to go a little farther forward, kind of create a diamond shape with the legs, and that gives me a lot of room to move because we're coming forward. So holding onto your shins, inhale, sit tall, lift your chest, and then exhale, let yourself drop forward. Tucking your chin, scoot all the way up, uncurl, inhale, and exhale and bow. Let your neck be supple. Tucking your chin, curl back up again, breathe in. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, drop forward. Inhale, rise up again. We'll do just one more. And this time as you fold forward, stay there. Allow your head to drop. You're going to wag your head from side to side. Let your shoulders get really heavy. Stay connected to your sit bones and now the outer edges of your feet. Let's take one more round of breath in this still forward fold. And tucking your chin, inhale, walk your hands up and draw your legs in front of you, extend the legs out. Take a moment to roll your ankles in circles. This will enhance the sensation in your feet so that when we touch the floor with our feet, we feel like we are really present, we're really steady. Circle the other way. And pause. Swinging your legs around, come into a lunge position. You're going to step your right foot forward, take a moment to slide your back foot back. And placing your hands on either side of your foot, slowly straighten your front leg. Let yourself bow a little bit and then rock back. Being attentive to how your foot feels against your mat or carpet or floor. We'll rock back, rock forward, inhale as you glide forward. Exhale as you bow backward. And one more time, coming forward, breathe in. We'll tuck our back toes and lift that knee off the floor. And this time we'll do it with the knee lifted, so slowly straighten your leg. And then come back into your lunge. The back knee remains lifted. Draw back, take that right hip straight back, and then come forward onto your front foot. One more time, draw back and come forward. Now we're going to take that right foot and tuck it in for a pigeon pose. Your shin will go on the floor. I like to sit right on my heel and slide your left leg back. Walk your hands back so you're lifted up. Inhale, exhale, bow over your leg, walk your hands out and rest your forehead on the backs of your hands. Now we're contacting the earth much deeper. We're feeling it with our forearms. We're feeling it with our back knee and foot. We're feeling it with our forehead and with our hands. So allow yourself to melt into the earth here. Let your shoulders broaden. Take several very deep breaths and ease on down. Now, if you find that this is not comfortable for your knee, you are going to lie on your back instead and just pull your knee in. Put your hands underneath your knee. And then you're feeling the whole earth with the back body. So either position for pigeon. Dropping the elbows, broadening the shoulders. Let's take 2 more breaths here and really let yourself sink down. Pressing into the hands, push yourself upright and we're going to come onto that back knee. Extend the right leg straight behind you. Walk your hands right underneath your shoulders and flex your foot. Push out with the heel. Feel the Achilles tendon waking up. We'll sweep the right leg behind the left leg. So knee to knee, take your feet a little wider and drop back by pulling the hips back. Now everyone is different here. So some of us are going to stop right about here. See if you can go a little farther. That might be a resting place for you. Or you can go back toward the floor. Bend your elbows. If your neck needs more support, make fists with your hands. Stack your hands, rest your forehead right on your hands. And you'll notice that the movements we're doing are dropping us down. They're taking us close to the ground below us. Release by walking your hands forward, uncross, and step the left foot forward. Take a moment to slide the right leg back, and we'll begin pulling the left hip back, straightening the front leg, and glide forward again. Tuning into the sensation in your front foot. You can feel all four corners of your front foot. You might notice, I'm not real grounded. I feel like I'm kind of hovering here. So if that's the case, push with your foot. Create some sensation. Create a sense of stability and heaviness in your front foot. Good. Now tucking the back toes, lift your back knee and we'll slowly draw the hips back and glide forward. You see how I'm up on my fingertips? You could also be on your fists here. And we'll draw back, glide forward. One more time, draw back. And as you come forward, we'll go back into pigeon. So taking your leg down, place your shin on the mat, slide the right leg back, and walk your hands up underneath your shoulders. Now you could also sit on your heel, or remember the alternative is to lie on your back and just draw your leg in this way. So with regular pigeon, we're going to lift the chest on the inhale, fold forward on the exhale, stack your hands or your fists, broaden your elbows and broaden your shoulders. And we want to hold the pose long enough that you have a feeling sense in your body. You feel that dropping down. You feel the weight of your bones. You feel the surrender of your torso toward the earth, toward the ground. You feel an opening of your shoulders and upper back. So enjoy this sensation of just letting go for a little while. And the secondary benefit, of course, is that you get a really nice hip stretch here. Stay connected to your breath, breathing the earth into your body constantly. And you can exhale and let go of anything you don't need to hold on to. Walking your hands back, tuck your chin, curl upright. We'll slide that left leg back and straighten it out. Walk your hands back underneath your shoulders and flex your foot. Good. We'll swing that leg behind the front leg. So now the back knee is in front. The back knee lines up with your front knee, and walking your hands back, we'll ease back as though we're going into child pose here. So find your level of comfort. So you might go a little bit, you might go midway, you might go all the way back. Walk your hands back, and again, make fists with your hands to support your neck. It's a very deep internal hip stretch here. One more round of breath. And walking your hands down, unwind your legs, and we're going to lie down on the back. Bend your knees, place your feet down on the floor, arms right by your side. We're going to do what's called the 6-part pelvic tilt. Begin by rolling forward with your hips. It's as though you're tipping forward into your tailbone, and then you'll roll backward. Take your lower back to the floor.
So inhaling, hips roll forward. Exhaling, hips roll back. Do that a few times till you get the feel of it. Pelvic tilting. This is the first piece here, and then the second as you bring your low back to the floor. Part 3 is to push into your feet and lift your hips off the floor. And I'm looking at you, but I'm hoping that you're going to keep your head centered. And the fourth part is to curl down, one vertebra at a time. And the next part, rock your knees to the right, and then rock your knees to the left. So that's all 6 movements of our pelvis. Begin again. Pelvic tilt forward. Pelvic tilt back. Bridging up, breathe in. Curling down, breathe out. Knees rock to the right. Go ahead and turn your head with your knees. Knees rock to the left. Back to the center. We'll do that one more time. Full round. Inhale, arch. Exhale, press. Inhale, bridge up to your level of comfort. Again, use your feet. Feel your hands on the floor. Curl down, pressing with the feet. Release every single vertebra. Good. All the way down and then to the right, head to the right, and head to the left. And bringing your knees back to the midline. Pause. And we're going to draw our knees in and do the happy baby pose. It's an inversion, and it's very comfortable for the low back, and there's various things we can do with our legs. Let's start with the easiest. Just to take your hands underneath the knees. That's one option. Second option, lift your feet to the ceiling and hold on under the knees. Relax the shoulders, broaden the upper back. And another option is to walk your hands up, hold on to your feet or your instep, and pull down. So it's like an upside down squat. So here you are in this upside down squat, rolling the shoulders down, chin dropping. And make sure your low back is touching the floor, the sacrum and the back of your hips. You want to feel like they're spreading out, creating a platform for you to rest in. If you're arching your back to grab your feet, bring your hands down. You want your upper back also to have that sense of spread. And encourage your back to expand on the floor here. You can bend your elbows a little if you are able to. And if this is more comfortable for you, this is what you do. Or this, all right? Really listen. What are you listening to? You're listening to your hips. You're listening to your level of comfort, all right? And a couple more breaths here. When you breathe in, you'll feel your front body expand. When you breathe out, you'll feel your back body resting against the floor. Keep your chin centered, dropping the chin down toward the throat. One more breath. And releasing your hand position wherever it may be, bring your legs in and cross your right ankle on top of your left ankle. Reach around the outsides of your legs and hold your feet. And some of us are going to reach through the middle and hold on to our shins or the ankles. Just get really comfortable, because the idea here is to keep the low back spread on the floor. Holding on to the feet, we're going to circle. So take your ankles in a circle. This will rotate you right around your pelvic, your low back and your pelvic girdle, especially the sacrum, that strong bone in the middle of the sacrum, in the middle of the pelvis. And complete the circle you're on. Let go of your feet. Step down. Hug the right knee. Draw it right close to the body. Slide the left leg out and flex that foot. Okay, good. So that right leg's coming in, and feel how this presses your back against the mat. Release Slide the right leg out, sweep the arms overhead and arch your back. Let go and exhale. Now walking your feet back, draw your knees in, put your left ankle on top of your right. Reach around and hold your feet, or reach through the center and hold your shins. And we're circling in the opposite direction. So if you don't remember which direction you went in, chances are now it's the awkward feeling one. Generally we go to our easiest side first. So rotate, this is rotating our hip joints, massaging the sacroiliac joints, massaging the entire back and getting rid of tension. So nice and easy, rolling around. Allow yourself to take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Good. Complete the circle you're on. Let go and step down. Hug your left shin with your hands on the shin or below your knee. Straighten your right leg and just draw that leg in nice and close. Center your head and press out through the right inner heel. Drop your shoulders. And then letting go, extend your left leg, sweep your arms overhead, deep breath and arch. Exhale, let go, slide your arms back by your sides and pause. Just notice how you feel. See if you feel a little more grounded, a little steadier. And then we'll bend the knees, rock to one side, and do one more pose. We're coming up into a squat pose. So you'll lift your knees up off the floor and squat on the balls of the feet. If your knees don't like this position, then you instead are going to stand up and just kind of crouch down. Now, if you're standing in this position, lift up your toes and spread every toe back down onto the floor. If you're down in a squat pose, you're on your toes, so your heels are off the floor. And we're going to walk the hands forward, plant the hands, pull the hips back. Drop your head. On your next inhale, ease into your hands, draw your knees down, and sit back, slowly sitting down on the floor again. And we'll close with the same mudra that we started with. So bringing your thumbs to your ring fingers, resting your hands on your knees, feeling your rootedness, feeling a letting go in your shoulders. And thank you for being with me today.